In 1968, France reached their second World Cup final, and 40 years later, their quest for a third appearance is on course with that 18-6 half-time lead against Danny Brough and Scotland. Two Catalan Dragons among the scorers as well, Jerome Guisset and John Wilson adding to Jared Taylor's opener. Paul KR's John Steele claiming the only Scotland try. It will be the Scottish captain who is preparing to get us underway in this second half. And Scotland will be looking for an early try. France in possession first, though, in the shape of Remy Castille. Bumping hit there, coming in from Chris Army. Two of the substitutes there, Oliver Wilkes alongside him. But Scotland need to get possession quickly and see if they can get over a second time. James Witt. Now it's Jamal Fakir. Patterson and Kevin Henderson effect the tackle. That's Christophe Molly. Wilkes, some more good tackling there, this time on Elima. French in Scotland territory. It's a good kick as well. Sends John Steele back, facing his own line. Just drifts over the sideline though. And the first chance for Scotland to show what they have in possession from the 20-metre line.
Well, the first chance from France was impressive. We said about control and being able to get through your sets and put pressure on the opposition. Great play from Henderson. He is key. He's having a dominant game, and he's earned a penalty there. Definite high tackle from Remy Castille.
Get out of there. Don't even bother going.
Superb run there from Ian Henderson, the New Zealand warrior.
Hand out of the head here and keep it down.
Problems caused for Remy Castille, who gets a telling off. 1 or 2 words exchanged with Liam Williamson, the referee.
It was a wonderful run. He brushed aside Oliver Elima, the big front row, and it's definitely around the throat. Opposed to a sin binning that one for Castille. It was so blatant. That's just the difference. That's the thing about the French. It was a wonderful set and attack. They drove themselves down lovely, got a good kick away, then they give away a penalty. And look at this from Scotland. This is exactly what they wanted.
Chris Army drives into the France defence. Brough offloads the ball.
Danny Brough's got to find a run. His passing game is too dominant. He can run the ball well and create some doubt in the defenders, like Henderson's been doing. Duffy's found a run here himself, but Danny Brough's got to do that because all the forwards are switching off him and just going off to his support runners.
Michael Robertson close a few moments ago. Danny Brough with an interesting kick there, but that was watched all the way by Teddy Sadoui, who tidies up well for France. In the side today is Dimitri Pello, has an injury. His hamstring is the problem. The word is it's a bit sore, but he should be okay for the Fiji match. Teddy Sadoui being impressive as his replacement. France 40 metres away from that Scotland line.
You notice, look at the Scottish defenders getting back on side. You can see 2 and 3 defenders there coming back. Now they've got a penalty here, Scotland has let him off the hook. Scotland is struggling physically at this level. Let's have a look at the penalty. He's called that an obstruction. You can see why he's given it. It's a tough call against Maxime Gressick.
43 minutes into the second half. Let's see what the coaches said at half-time and join Angela Powers on the touchline.
Steve McCormack says he reckons this side is still very much in the game. They've had 2 major attacks and 2 tries, so they really need to just take more possession. They want to exploit really the wings, which is the opposite to what John Mooney wants. He wants more work down the middle where they can take advantage against Scotland rather than using the wings out wide. He says really the main message to the French team is just don't hold back. From an injury perspective, McGillivray, Malcolm Cushion, no problems there, he'll play, and Anselm is definitely not coming back. That's the latest news.
Thanks very much, Angela. Scotland in a great position here. Kevin Henderson finds Ian Henderson this time, and Danny Brough, space to work, finds John Duffy on an angled run. The momentum maybe gone out of this Scotland attack a little bit. This is the captain again though, trying to inject some pace into proceedings. The kick though is too long, and a promising position for the Scots comes to nothing again.
Well, that's the last tackle, but they're overplaying that kick game. They've worked on it all week. When they get down those attacking positions, we just heard there's a knock on. Now here's the one. We've heard a knock on here. The French have put themselves in a difficult position.
Great work there from Gavin Cowan has given Scotland a real platform.
He's just looking to find the ground there. So he's allowed to play with him on the ground because Ragan wasn't trying to pull out of that tackle. He was looking to find the ground and find a quick play of the ball. Patterson was able to get on him and disrupt the ball. It was a fair decision. I thought that was a fair decision. I'll go back to it again. Danny Brough, you've got to run. You've got to take them on here and get them challenging and thinking about you, because they're plucking off your runners and they're grabbing your kicks way too easily.
This is Dean Colton. It's John Wilson with the tackle. Brough.
16 offside.
Kevin Henderson this time.
Okay. 2, move here, 16. Here. That's better.
Andrew Henderson and Brough again. And the two sides for Scotland here. John Duffy. Remy Casti with the tackle on him. Brough again. Delays the pass. It's a great delayed pass as well. And Oliver Wilkes goes in for Scotland. They needed a try first in this second half. They've scored first in this second half. And Oliver Wilkes, 5 Scottish caps, has done exactly what Steve McNamara and McCormack, I should say, would have demanded in this second half. They've got over for a second try, Scotland, and that is vital to the outcome of this game.
It's a wonderful try. Good play from Brough. He fakes the run. You can see the defenders were attracted on the inside. And Oliver Wilkes is in good space. Very similar to the French try and massively important. That's exactly what Scotland needed. They worked off the error from Ragan. They earned the error. It was a great play from Patterson to contest the surrender tackle. And we really do have game on. Danny Brough can get this one over. Emotionally, Scotland will be really enjoying this part of this ball game. That's as good as scoring just before half-time.
Danny Brough to bring the Scots to within 1 converted try. No problem with the kick.
You know, regardless of the result, they've been outstanding here, Scotland. And what we've been looking for, look at the big number 8, looked like it was going to be a tight ball on Logan. He went across the face of him and hit Wilkes out wide. Now think about that play, there's a bit of deception. Brough goes to the line, pumps as if he's going to run himself. He's got Logan on his shoulder. Because they're little players, they've got to look to some deception. That's the answer you're looking for. Create some difficult decisions for the French defenders. Early in the all first half, as I said late towards the end there, they're just running hard and trying to run over the top of them. Scotland can do that with all the bravery they like. They won't win the ball game. If they get some deception in and get some players moving, just simple little plays like that with some good support runners, they will really tear this French side apart because of their agility in these hot conditions.
That has given the Scots real heart. There's a good drive there from Logan. This is Lee Patterson now. Patterson almost spinning out of a tackle there. Danny Brough. This is Ian Henderson now. Outstanding debut campaign with the Warriors. 7 tries in 26 games for the Warriors hooker. Mick Nannin. John Duffy picks up the pieces.
Back here,
Scotland ominous again here. And they get 2 in a couple of minutes. Important tackle comes in there from Olivier Ellimer. That was Andrew Henderson. The kick from Danny Brough. It's bounced back towards the onrushing forwards, but Sebastian Ragan is there. But Sebastian Ragan is trapped. But they've got a penalty for offside. Good idea from Danny Brough, but Scotland haven't got the outcome that they desired.
Yeah, it's a big call. Here's the run from Nannin. He had some support runners coming on his right. Just couldn't get the ball there because of the work of the defenders. It was a terrific set, wasn't it, from Scotland? They really did apply a lot of pressure. Unfortunately for them, and that's good. They're in contesting their kick. They gave away a penalty, but they were really chancing a try.
Just 1 win for Scotland would surpass their 2000 exploits. Lost 17-16 unluckily to the New Zealand Maori, then beaten 18-6 by Ireland in Dublin, and then lost 20 points to 12 to Samoa at Tynecastle. That was under Sean McRae, of course, in a position to record a famous win here, but they trail by 6.
That'll be tackle try. Blood bin.
We've got a blood bin here. Referee's been quick to look at those. I'm not sure who it is. It looks like the ball carrier, Ellimer. It's the second time in the game he's had that. Yeah, you can see a cut to his eye.
Ball down. Tackle 2, blood bin.
So he'll need to go out the back and get that tidied up, and somebody else will play the ball for him. They can't stem the blood. He'll have to be replaced. Looks like just a nick, so that'll just take a bit of Vaseline to shut that one down, and France go back on the attack.
the one who knows all about the Super League, Olivier Elema. Wakefield and Castleford among his English clubs. This is Fakir cutting them away really, and now a break on that far side from Teddy Sadoui. In touch though, great work there from Scotland in defence. High five from Mick Nannin and Michael Robertson.
It was a good effort from Mick Nannin. Sadoui backed him for pace. But he tracked him the whole way, Nannin, and dragged him into touch. And this has been a feature of the Scottish defence, their ability to really work hard and turn those half chances that France are creating into nothing, shutting them down. And win, lose or draw, you just can't ask any more than that from these Scottish players. A lot of them are jumping up a division to jump into this standard. It's a big ask. They've had a short preparation. I can't tell you how physically they look like they're struggling from above. We've got a great aerial view here at Canberra Stadium, and it just looked like they're a yard behind the pace, and they're only 6 points behind on the scoreboard. You cannot ask any more than a team than that. They are just giving their all. And with a bit of luck and a bit of good kicking and these continued French errors, who knows what's going to happen to the business end of this one.
Notice as well the French players surrounding Teddy Sadoui. Real intensity on both sides at the moment. Half an hour to go. They know this match has entered a crucial phase here in Canberra. This is Kevin Henderson now. Adel Fallouz tries to drive him into the turf. Two more come in. Patterson finds Logan this time. Fallouz adds his weight to that tackle. Andrew Henderson waits. Now it's John Duffy. Finds Gavin Cowan. 10 metres or so short of halfway, and so the kick drilled towards that far touchline, but it's not made touch, or not made the sideline I should say, and Jared Taylor is able to come forward now for France.
Well, 10 minutes into the second half, we heard the comments from the guys in the studio at half-time talking about the combinations of Brough and Duffy. They've been outstanding for the first 10 minutes of this second half. Duffy looks real comfortable out there. Brough's getting to his kicks. I think Brough could kick a bit more. Run a bit more to put John Money's team under a lot more pressure. But it's been a tremendous start from Scotland. This is incredibly encouraging. It's important that they push on from here and keep that, particularly the defence in the back end of their sets. They keep defending that well.
Big collision there between Scott Logan and Jamal Fakir, two of the real big hitters. Colliding there. Huge kick, and Robertson is safe underneath it for Scotland.
Gee, had to be. What about the chase from Sebastian Regan? Here's a big chance. Good yards. Things opening up for France, for the Scottish as the French start to tire. Tellingly, Robinson in the back play, who catches this ball under incredible pressure. Regan gets him. He got cramp out the back. Said about the tired legs of France. These are the sort of things that are making life easy for the Scottish that look tired in their legs. You wonder whether they've overtrained in a short preparation. Got him going in the second man in on that tackle. You could see what Elema was thinking there. He felt like he was on his own, but one player had already touched it. Not the best decision, that, actually.
That was very harsh on Elema, who seems to have felt the wrath of the referee Leon Williamson a little bit in this game. That's a disappointing contribution there from Andrew Henderson from a Scotland point of view. Steve McCormack will not be happy with that. In another good position there for the Bravehearts. Interference there from Elema. Just trying to get to the decision.
I've seen a few of those in this game. The person coming out from dummy halves is assuming too much that marker won't play at him. And just by holding the ball out, the marker will back off. They've got to keep their eye on that marker to check that he's not going to play quickly at him, which has happened on a couple of occasions and forced the error. It's a little bit irresponsible.
This is Christophe Molly for France. Patterson in there for Scotland alongside Jackson. And now Fallouz. Jackson again with a good defensive contribution alongside Ian Henderson. James Wynn now, good pace from acting halfback there from James Wynn. He's through the first line of defence, looks for support, had support on his right-hand side there. He's taken the tackle. Scotland really do have to get into defence quickly here. It's a kick from Thomas Bosc, and Sébastien Ragan scores for France. Sébastien Ragan from a kick from Bosc again. It's the second one that's created a try from the French French standoff, and Sebastien Ragan, just as Scotland were getting into things, puts France further ahead.
Well, they deserved it. On the inside here, you see on the left of your screen, Thomas Bosk gets pulled out outrageously from Scott Logan. He was going to score a try under the post for sure. Full credit to Bosk that he kept his cool, didn't worry about what Logan had done to him the play before, kept himself available, and the rugby league gods have smiled upon him. He kept his composure, and again from that Bosk kick, and what a wonderful kicking game it is. And these centres are just pouring onto those kicks. We see so many of those kicks go across to the wingers. Bosk likes to find his centres because teams aren't used to that angle of the kick. And Sebastien Ragun and John Wilson, both of the Catalan Dragon centres, have come up with tries off the back of Bosk kicks. That's the advantages of good combinations and some of the advantages that Scotland don't have. Interestingly, behind the kick there, the referee is talking to Scott Logan as Steve McCormack sends a message out to these guys. Probably letting them know that they're going okay in the game. Don't let that worry you. One break to keep you, probably keep that ruck a little bit tighter, knowing that the French do that. But big play from Bosk, big composure, being able to keep his mind as he was unfairly treated in that support run before.
Bosk faultless with the boots so far. No problems there either. So France take a 12-point lead in Canberra, and it's the French fans who are celebrating. One or two berets now being worn among a happy crowd. They maybe can sense that France perhaps about to pull away here. Great kick from Thomas Bosk. Sebastien Ragan, his clubmate, read the play just like John Wilson did. He's come up with his 6th try for France. Of course, we'll have possession again, with Scotland chase led there by Mick Nannin on Olivier Ellimer. This is Fallouse now. Henderson and Jackson get to him. This is Fakir. The big guns coming at Scotland here for France. James Wynne.
Inside 40.
40-20.
It's going to be a 40-20 this. Michael Robertson possibly not tight enough to the ball. It span coolly away from him, and that's treated like a try among the French players. That was a fantastic play at a crucial time.
That's a wonderful kick. Not a real lot of angle to work with, but the perfect angle to work with. And Robinson couldn't get over there in time. Wobbly bouncing ball. The last time they got a 40-20, it was kicked by Maxime Gressick. It resulted in a try. I think that was the Wilson try. There'll be a lot of concern for the Scottish team right now, and it is vitally important that they deal with this set of 6.
Mate, you're not even biting in their arm.
Intervening in the
Start
scrum.
getting in there.
It's 4 minutes away from the hour mark. France sense something here. John Duffy, Andrew Henderson in attendance for Scotland. Teddy Sedoui almost got the ball away to Ragan. That's Fallouse. 3 in the tackle for Scotland, 3 gone for France. Spinning is Fakir.
Desa's got that line he scored off before, set up just under the goalpost. It'll be interesting to hit the ball in, they go left.
James Wynne does go left. Gressick comes back to the right. This is Bosk, and now Muniz. Muniz evades Kevin Henderson's tackle. Scott Logan gets to him in the end. Last one for France. And James Wynne's kick, far too strong. Scotland do survive. Wynne acknowledges the error. France will be happy. Scotland will restart play on their 20-metre line.
Scotland survived. They've been real survivors here. Morrison prepares himself to get back into the game. A lot more dominant half than Scott Logan. He's found his feet this half. He's playing a lot more power. And Paul Jackson's backing it up off the back of him. Doesn't have the size, so he's trying to play smart and play off the back of Logan. These Henderson brothers are tough. Here's a John Steele, wonderful work, just trying to loosen up those forwards, French forwards in the middle there. He's come in looking for the game. Henderson dominant again.
It was Colton with the run, and this is Ian Henderson now on the back of that. John Wilson with an important tackle for France. Maybe Scotland on the last tackle. What can they do? Here is Danny Brough. Was he taken out there? It was easy in the end for the fullback Jared Taylor.
Surrender!
Again on the right side when Brough jumped out, they had massive numbers because of the run from Henderson, because of the way he dragged the defend in towards him around the middle. And just be a little bit conscious in the last tackle. Here's a bit of an opportunity. Poor skill from Raglan. You can see why he was looking for that pass. It looked like Sadoway was away on the outside. Here he goes down short side, he gets the ball. It's not Sadoway out there. It was a poorly skilled pass, and John Mooney knew that. As far as it was 80 metres out, there was always a chance for the French to break away. But they haven't been able to do that.
Scotland have a chance here. 20 metres away from the French line, they have possession at this scrum. John Duffy prepares to feed. Danny Brough, Kevin Henderson, John Wilson with the tackle. Brough again, this time for Andrew Henderson, and Henderson's ball finds Michael Robertson. That's how close they are to the line, Scotland. Driven at that line. No way through though for John Steele, I should say. Ian Henderson finds John Duffy. None in, and it's a great try from Dean Colton. Just when France had pulled away, Scotland come back with something themselves, and Dean Colton scores on his Scotland debut.
Now we're going to have a look at this last pass from up above here. This next pass is a mile forward, passes it behind the line. No, that one, sorry. He's given it. Very important try for Scotland, wonderful moment. We're going into the championship rounds now. World Cup football. You can get yourself in the fight with 20 minutes to go. Who knows? You make all the luck you can. They really drove hard at the line to open up some space out on that right-hand side. Because of the number of French defenders that they attracted by dragging themselves in, they were able to get themselves around.
Dean Colton, 2 major finals this year with Ellery Hanley's Doncaster. Lost that Northern Rail Cup final to Salford, and then won promotion against Oldham in the National League 2 Grand Final. Now has an international try to his name. Can Danny Brough get his 3rd success of the night? It's a fantastic kick again. He's not had the easiest of opportunities with the boot, Danny Brough, tonight, but he has been faultless, and Scotland get themselves to within 6 points of France again.
You can see the number of French defenders on the ball there. Lovely wide out the back passing. Henderson's been dropping himself out of the hooker roll, opened up some space, and a terrific effort from Nannon to get that ball into the corner. Yeah, you would be chewing your nails, John Mooney, because it's inside the last 20 minutes. It turns into a character fight as much as a football fight now.
Whatever happens from here on in, the Bravehearts are exactly that. This is Scott Logan.
Geez, he's been instrumental in this half. It's important that to be fair, they've had to find their feet, these guys, and a lot of pressure on Robinson, Logan, these guys, a lot of expectation. And in some ways, the fact that they're flat is a bit of a compliment to their characters, and that they're probably overcooking, overdoing themselves, putting too much pressure on themselves. Probably McCormack said at half-time, just relax, go out and play your normal ball game. Churn it out, get the yards out, get the guys going. He's done that well, as Brough will be looking for a 40-20. He's kicked up from outside the footy. Good kick, though. Great kick, good field position kick.
What's the chase like for Scotland? Sadoway to run it back for France.
I'll tell you, there is 6 French players who drop their heads, hands on hips, and they are still not even behind the Scottish defensive line. They are way out of position. Real good time here for Scotland to not only win tackles 1 and 2, but just get this set, keep them turned around. Just make sure you're tidy and don't give away a penalty, and don't give away cheap yards.
Murphy played the ball for Bosk. That's the fullback, Jared Taylor. Fallouse, big hit there coming in from Patterson. And Jackson as well. Gresek with the kick, it's been spilled but towards his own line there. John Steele survives that alarm and cuts back in field. It's a good run in the end from John Steele, good contribution there. Keep possession for his side. The French captain getting uncomfortable. Scotland only 6 points adrift now. 3 minutes into the final quarter of the match. This is Morrison, over halfway for the Bravehearts.
Find some support runners, Scotland. Go in numbers. This is the time to break them.
Brough on the bounce. Patterson sensibly keeps possession.
He's made an impact, Patterson. He's been good for them here.
This is Andrew Henderson. Space in which to work. Eventually collides with Fallouse alongside John Wilson. Ian Henderson for Danny Brough. Brough offloads to Duffy, and Duffy with a kick. Bounces awkwardly initially, but Sadoui takes control. Duffy following up his own kick, and that's a great tackle there from John Duffy. Paul Jackson came in to make sure that the French player couldn't get up. This is Sebastian Ragan now. Scotland will hunt the mistake.
Experience of Scott Logan in defence there. Just jumped in, third player into the tackle and really slowed that ruck down. It was an important one because they got a quick play the ball the one before. Logan knew that, read the game well. And Gresik continues to look for 40-20s and continues to kick early. I'm not sure his teammates are enjoying that because they're having to play inside their own half. A large pass is going. Robinson's looking really excited down the back. Scotland are right on top in this phase and they've every opportunity to get this game back towards level.
Almost looked like a head clash there between Robertson and Teddy Sadoui.
If there's something that Scotland have to do, they do have to look for some support runners. They're running bravely. They need to get some blokes on their own. It's a little bit too much one out. You need to have those support runners to maximise the advantage of a tired defence.
Scott Logan powers Scotland over halfway. It's been immense in this second half for the Scots. Kevin Henderson now. 4 gone for Scotland. Andrew Henderson. That's Jackson. This is Morrison. Fallouse in there. Upstairs for France. Last play coming up. Brough for John Duffy, and Duffy's pass to the sideline. Could Scotland be in again here? But eventually Mick Nanning can't control the ball. Play continues and John Duffy touches down. Well, this will go to the video referee. Utter confusion in the French defence. And has John Duffy...
Well, the first thing they've done is decided to run it on the last. The Scots don't seem to think that there's anything there. Duffy didn't really chase it. Look, don't know. Haven't got a clue. Let's have a look at it. Let's leave it to the video referee. It looks scrappy. They know as much as I. The reaction of the Scottish players wasn't overly confident. But what they did do is run. That created some space on the outside. What can we find? All okay so far? I guess it's whether Nannon plays that with his hand. He does. He's got the ball. Well, Rinaldi's hands chucked it forward, but it's... I don't know the rule there. If Nannon's in control of it. Let's have a look. Well, your debate is, there's certainly no way that Mick Nannon's thrown that ball up into the in goal like that. It wasn't intentional. It's from Rinaldi swinging his arm around.
If it's adjudged to knock on off Rinaldi,
it's a try.
It's a try.
Does Rinaldi grab his arm or the ball? Does he hit Nannon's arm or the ball directly? He hits Nannon's arm and Nannon's arm projects it forward. I would suggest that that is probably no try, but that is a guess.
This is a massive call for the video referee, Phil Cooley. John Duffy waits. His team trail by 6. This would cut the gap to 2 with the kick to come. Massive moment in this match. Few gave Scotland a chance of competing with France. What is Phil Cooley's decision? The try denied, and the Scottish contingent in this crowd boo that decision, as you would expect. It was a knife-edge call, really, and John Duffy denied.
The other important thing there was Julian Rinaldi was not playing at that ball. He was clearly coming in just to make the tackle and tie the thing up.
France with a let-off then, and the captain wants to make the most of that. Rinaldi for Elima. 3 Scots in the tackle though. Armitt, Paul Jackson, Wilkes as well. This is Fallouse. Great work from Ian Henderson there. Henderson brothers combining, in fact Andrew as well in the tackle. This is John Wilson. France being made to fight for every metre by this Scotland defence. Good run though from Adel Fallouse.
Tellingly, Thomas Bosk has instructed them to go all the way to the 5th tackle, so this becomes a different game for Scotland now. They're retrieving their kicks deep in their own half and have to bring it out from there. It's a good return from Robinson, but now the Scottish forwards have been turned around.
This is Dean Colton, the latest Scotland try scorer.
Come on, quickly.
Here is Ian Morrison.
Scotland have got to find some support runners. This is the time of the ball game to do that. We head down towards that last 10 minutes. The talent's there. They're right in this game.
Come on, quickly.
Kevin Henderson plays the ball. This is Chris Armitt now for the Scots. Last one coming up. And Danny Bruff's kick will go over that dead ball line. Will it? It's a brilliant kick into the in-goal area. Work for Jared Taylor to do. He's done really well to get back in the field of play, and Dean Colton concedes a penalty. And Angela down on the touchline, I think has Dave McConnell with her. Angela?
David, we were talking about half-time about the kicking game needs to improve. Great kick there, and then lo and behold, a mistake.
Yeah, well, the kicking game definitely needs to improve. If we can get a little bit more repeat sets, apply a little bit more pressure, especially in the French 22, we can turn this game around.
Very much still in there.
Oh yeah, definitely. People have brought us off straight from the start with the size and the speed of the French, but we've worked on our line speed and our ruck, and if we can improve on that and keep it, especially come to the last 10-15, we're right in this game.
Great vocal support here as well.
There's a lot of Scottish people knocking about, great face paintings. Just hope we can stay right behind us all the way through.
Thanks, David.
The Scottish contingent of this crowd delighted with what they've seen here. Steve McCormack's men done their country proud. Trailed just by 6 points. 11 minutes to go as Casti gets onto Rinaldi's pass. The Harlequins hooker in there again. Good work though from Paul Jackson in defence. Good tackle on Christophe Molly. Gressek's kick. Colton does well. Dean Colton sensibly holds on to possession as Ragan comes in alongside Thomas Bosk there in defence.
Stay in control, Scotland. You'll get a chance at some point. You don't have to force it now. You can go looking for something when it comes your way. You've got to earn the right. That's good play. Duffy's been outstanding in the second half. He's really worked over, particularly the right-hand side of the field. Here he goes again. If he can just stay in control, that's good play. Get them downfield. This wasn't a set to win the game from a draw at level. This was a set to keep putting the French under some pressure, make them think about the game. And they're doing that particularly well. And there's a support line from Robinson. More of that. When Bloke's going into the line, look for some support lines. Let's get a good kick away here, Scotland.
Last one. So Danny Bruff gets that kick away. It's a great kick as well. It turns Jared Taylor around. So the chase is great as well, and it's driven into the ground there by John Steele. That is fantastic work from Scotland.
That's exactly right, Ben. I was about to say, you've got to think about what France are now thinking. And now they're thinking, even though they're up by 6, Murphy.
Justin Murphy's escaped, and Justin Murphy is quick. There's 3 in there for Scotland, and Danny Bruff will just want to hold him up. 1 or 2 afters between Bruff and Murphy, and then Oliver Wilkes steps in. Meanwhile, play goes on, and Teddy Sadoui has it for France. Are Scotland going to succumb to a sucker punch here? As this is Christophe Molly. Molly taken down by Jackson. They have to be vigilant in defence, Scotland. I know they're chasing the game, but defence is hugely important here. Elima, short ball, and Thomas Bosk has escaped. Thomas Bosk throws the ball up, it's a speculator. And Elima has touched down, but the ball is forward. One or two hearts in Scottish mouths there, but Olivier Elema denied the try. Typical flair from the French.
Gee, you read that well, Thomas Bosk. He is a super footballer. He just knew when it was in time to inject his running game. Look at him careering into this. Now, does his elbow hit the ground? It does. It does. That's a fair decision. And Scotland survive, give themselves a chance to get back down that other end of the field. There's 8 minutes left in the World Cup opener for both these teams. And Scotland have just survived. That they've done all game. Robinson had to make that tackle. It was one-on-one, but the world-class Bosk in front of him, he made it, and because he made it, the opportunity wasn't there for the support runners. This is a wonderful game of rugby league now.
Anyone's match. There's nothing charges in. The crowd absolutely amazed by what they've seen here. The volume level rising around the Canberra Stadium. They're cheering Scotland on. They know the Bravehearts have got it in them. On the last tackle, 6 points the difference. Michael Robertson will kick. It's a great kick as well. Taken on the full though by Justin Murphy. That's great play.
Two big plays, Murphy. Two big plays, keeping the backfield tight, keeping it nice and clean. When you're under pressure, and they're always going to be under pressure from this kicking game, they had to be thinking clear at the back end of the game, and Murphy's been doing that.
Stand up in. Too much, mate.
The tiredness of Scotland, I'll say it again, they're going to have to defend these moments. They are going to get another chance. Henderson penalised for lying on here. He's been very quick to penalise those, to be fair, all game, this referee, so it's been very even in that regard.
The youngest Henderson conceded the penalty. Remy Casti plays the ball. Rinaldi. Now it's Elema, faced by Wilkes.
Thomas Bosk, he's got a support run there before. He's remonstrated with himself a couple of times for not throwing a dummy. He's been throwing some passes. It'll be interesting to see now whether he's going to look for a run himself with a lot of those decoy players around him.
Muniz with a strong run gets France to within 18 metres of that Scottish line. This is the captain, Guisset. Morrison in the tackle alongside Lee Patterson. Rinaldi. This time for James Wynne, who steps away. Always looks dangerous when he steps. James Wynne there. Rinaldi can sense something. Guisset still going. Guisset, has he got his second try? The referee wants to look at it.
That'll be tackle one.
He's going to go to the video referee. I think this is a try. It depends whether the ball's gone forward from Rinaldi. It didn't look like it did. Everything Guisset did was outstanding. Great captain's awareness. He was looking to charge on. The ball got knocked down. It may be a knock on from Rinaldi. We'll have a look at this, but he looks pretty confident. Let's go. Oh, it was a kick? Well, that's a try. It's a one-on-one steal from Guisset. Wonderful play. Great competing. Robertson's just trying to get himself out from there. He can't do much from that, much more than that. Keep himself low, trying to squeeze his way out. Guisset's just outsmarted him. The thief in the night's pinched the ball, and you would think has put France comfortably home in this game.
Jerome Guisset, a short-range try in the first half. About to be confirmed, I'm sure, with a second short-range try in this second period. And will this be the touchdown that finally ends a brave challenge from the Bravehearts? Looks fairly relaxed, looks fairly confident. The referee, Leon Williamson, awards the try. 2 for Jerome Guisset. And maybe France now too good for Scotland.
You could see he was looking for the power run there again. Guisset, the number 11. Rinaldi kept his composure. You could see the defence was awake to that, so he just tried to slot it through that little hole, and Rinaldi had got the ball through, so it was terrific from Robinson to be able to pick the ball up and try and get himself out. It was just the strength and awareness of Guisset, the captain, the man on screen. 2 tries tonight, 2 similar lines. He was looking to power his way over that brave, tough line in there. He's been rewarded for putting himself available for them. He's seen his country, you would think, comfortably home in this one.
7 tries now for Jerome Guisset from 25 appearances. And Thomas Bosk, 4 from 4 so far. This will surely be 5 from 5. And Scotland will face a 12-point deficit with 5 minutes left at the Canberra Stadium. 30 points to 18. in favour of the French. The captain has seen his side surely home here, and John Money more relaxed now. Scotland never given up though. Every time the match has been in the melting pot, they've got themselves back into it. Maybe left themselves just too much to do now, as Ragat climbs highest in the air to claim that restart. Wilkes with the tackle.
They've left themselves a lot to do, Scotland, but I just don't think they can done a lot more than they've done here tonight. They've been outstanding in their character. You come here asking them to kick, to chase, to play with a lot of enthusiasm, and they've just done all of that. They've just done things that they should be proud of. They've struggled the whole way through the game, but they've just managed to hang in there and be tough together. You could be very pleased with their efforts.
France quarter-finalist 8 years ago. Steve McCormack looks on. Just one win would have improved the tally of 2000 for Scotland. Doesn't look like it's going to come against France, and with Fiji waiting in the wings, Scotland really do have it all to do. As it was James Wynne who went for the drop goal. Good pressure in defence from Scotland. Four minutes.
You can just look at the dark blue shirts of Scotland there. They're just dead on their feet. They'll find a way to find a run here. They'll keep mustering something up. They are exhausted. It's been a hot week here in Canberra during the day. A couple of cold nights for them. It's starting to cool down a little bit now. They are very trying conditions, particularly when you're just fresh out of the UK.
Chris Armitt with that run. Duffy manages to keep hold of it. He's found a fantastic pass here for Robertson, and Robertson is quick, but he's going to kick ahead here. Sadoui with more work to do as Nanin comes in, and he's beaten Dean Colton as well for good measure. Teddy Sadoui skips away from the tackle. Danny Brough in there. Flamboyant play there from Teddy Sadoui. Touch of cramping back play for Scotland. I think it's Dean Colton. Thomas Bosk now. France know they just have to keep possession here, and Rinaldi glides away out of acting half-back. Robertson.
It was an okay option. You know, he had some good chases on the outside. They had to try and get something out of the opportunity with the scoreboard the way they were. He probably would have liked to have landed it in goal and turned it into a foot match, a foot race in. France are killing the game off, keeping the ball nice and dead, making the Scottish forwards get back all behind the line, winding a bit of clock back. After Robinson's last run, they don't want any of the loose, broken ball coming back from the back of the field.
Thomas Bosk continued his fantastic Super League form on the international stage. Created those two tries for his two Catalan centres. Duncan McGilvray with a good run for Scotland though. They'll want one more try before the final hooter. That was Nanin, this is Ian Henderson. Three brothers represented their country with distinction tonight. This is Chris Armitt now.
They've been delighted with their preparation, Scotland. They're delighted with how they've come together as a team. They care for each other as a group of fellas. They've been professional.
Great offload from Kevin Henderson. This is Brough. Duffy. That was Ian Henderson.
They'd love to come up with something here just to keep that enthusiasm up there.
Into the last 60 seconds at Canberra Stadium. Ian Henderson's kick safely gathered in there. It was Thomas Bosk again. Fantastic defensive contribution on that occasion. And now Wilson trying to escape the net.
Full credit to France. They've had to deal with a fair bit tonight. The game's been under pressure for them for a long period. They are the favourites.
Christophe Molly with the try. Cruel end to the game for Scotland, who really have been in this match for so much of the contest. But France clinical in possession, and they get the
ability to do this. Sebastian Rogani scored a try. Wonderful play in broken field. And they've kept themselves up. They could have just run this ball for six from dummy up and won the game and shut it down. But they kept themselves in good position, good shape, kept the ball moving through their hands. and they've deserved that try, and a wonderful try, and a good night for them if you think about it. At the end of the day, exactly what they've come here to do.
Christophe Mollet then with the final flourish of a good French performance. 34 points to 18 with the kick to come. Scotland can be proud of their display, but France comfortable in this final quarter. Christophe Mollet with a try in last year's 46-16 win over Scotland. Well, it hasn't been that margin this evening. Thomas Bosk gets the successful conversion. 36 points to 18 in favour of France. Well, Scotland, the outsiders for this one, they've covered themselves in nothing but pride. The effort has been there. The brave hearts really have been brave, and they really have been full of heart. With Fiji to come, it will be hard for them to progress, and it's France who've won here in Canberra. Scotland 18, France 36 at full time.